Another tough day on the water. Interesting pre-start. You want to talk me through it?
Yeah, an interesting one. They played the game very similarly to yesterday, getting onto starboard, having done our circle. This time, managing to kind of get a piece of us, and obviously, it was a close kind of call. We felt, we were obviously trying to avoid, them on starboard, but we got a bit too close and unfortunately got a penalty.
Yeah, and it's really tough when you're two down to think, oh my gosh, I've got a penalty. How do you regroup after that moment?
I think the guys did a great job. I think that the comms was everyone stayed pretty calm. We know there's plenty of time left in the race for us to do something to try and get ahead, and we did a really good job of trying to keep it close and looking for an opportunity. They're obviously a very slick team and difficult to beat, and they're not going to give us any easy passing opportunities. But everyone was pushing hard, and the comms were very good on the boat, and everyone's obviously very calm and trying to get the best out of the race. But yeah, like I said, it's never easy to pass the Kiwis, so didn't happen today.
Never easy to pass anyone, and then the Kiwis being the defenders, they've got a few little tools in their bag. Were you relieved when racing got called off today?
We're ready to go. We feel like we're making steps forward all the time, and we can feel that there's little things we can do better on the boat. Obviously, the start's super important. We had a different plan going into the next start, and to see if that was going to kind of work in our favour. And unfortunately, the wind obviously didn't play ball. It was obviously going to be a tricky race just in terms of being right at the bottom of the wind limit. We've seen a few of those through the round robins where you're kind of in displacement mode going to the finish, and I don't think any team particularly want that. But yeah, so just the weather didn't play ball.
Let me tell you, the viewers don't want that either.
Yeah,
What does the weather look like ahead? I know you guys don't like to look too far ahead, but what does it look like for everybody who's watching?
It's so difficult to forecast here at the moment. At this time of year, it's really hard to look further than a day ahead. I think tomorrow potentially a bit more breeze, but again, every update that comes through, we've seen such massive swings in the forecasting. It's very hard to predict. I think it's light in the morning and potentially a bit of breeze developing in the afternoon, but a small shift in kind of in how it all kind of sets up can make a big difference. So potentially a bit more breeze tomorrow, but further ahead than that, impossible to say.
With you all the way.
Thanks a lot. Cheers.
I'm good. How are you?
Good. Yeah, happy.
3 wins, 3 start wins. Bit of a pattern.
Yeah, well, I think we all know starting, is pretty important in these boats, and there's not many passing lanes out there, so we're focusing pretty hard on that. But we also, back the performance of our boat. We think it's going pretty fast, so nice to get all the things coming together at the moment.
And that's something that's integral to the America's Cup, is having a fast boat. Makes you look smart when you've got a fast boat, but you're also putting it in the right spots, like today that we saw in the start of race 3.
Yeah, you want to make sure you use your tool well, and we know our boat's fast. We've spent a lot of time on the design and the engineering of it, and over the last month we've been upgrading and modifying it too. So it's nice to know that the upgrades we've been making, we've been able to match with our racecraft. So looking forward to plenty more racing ahead.
I know the racing is the best bit, and I know you love the racing. It's good to see you back racing instead of commentating, which is great. Also, yeah. I know you giggle because it's good to see you.
It's more fun racing than talking about it, that's for sure.
100%. But in that pre-start, we've seen them doing that circle before. Were you prepared for them to potentially try and go for that, and was that in your playbook to attack them at that moment?
Oh, we've definitely been studying the competitor, and we've sort of said to ourselves, if there's opportunities where we can take control in a pre-start, we'll go for it. I think it's pretty obvious that the boats are pretty evenly matched, so you do need to try and get on the win in the start if it's there. Otherwise, you take an even start. But Ben's been pretty confident on the entry 360, and he went for it again today, and we got ourselves in the right spot. So we'll see how it unfolds from here.
Indeed, and it looks like it's tricky weather. It's always tricky weather. What are you hoping to do in the matches going forward? Because I can see Hamish over here and he's trying to exit you.
Yeah. Today was a tricky one. We knew the wind was going to be strong dropping, so it was good to get the racemen on the board on that first one, and the second one was going to be touch and go if it happens. So tomorrow looks really good conditions wise, as does the rest of the week. So hopefully we get to race in a bit more breeze than we've had the last 2 days.
Awesome. Thank you, Nathan.
No worries. Cheers.
Hello, Ben. How are you?
Yeah, I'm good. You?
I'm really good. We spoke about maybe having a level playing field, but that didn't happen today. And in fact, a penalty in the pre-start, not what one would hope for.
Yeah, no, it's a tight one in the start, and when penalty went against us, I thought did a good job to recover from that and keep it close halfway up that first windward leg. But Kiwis did a great job, just get the lead and defend well and find some opportunities to pull away through the race.
Yeah, it was very puffy track out there. Again, I feel like we're echoing what we said yesterday a little bit, but there were gains to be made, and you're still quick when you're close to them, I think.
Yeah, I think there are moments when we show we've got pace. I think there are moments still we need to have a look at, see how we can lift our game. But yeah, absolutely. We've got a good boat, we've got a good package, we've got a great team, so we just got to keep our heads up, keep trying to find those gains and look for the opportunity.
I feel like you're definitely quick downwind.
Yeah, I think we go right downwind. I think we go right upwind as well. Maybe some of the turning the corners, we can find some gains, but that's always the case with these boats, and we've seen that through this competition. That the performance gains, can come pretty quickly if you approach it the right way, and you might make the right setup changes and techniques in sailing the boat.
I still think you're the boat that has accelerated their learnings the fastest over the course of this Cup, and we know that has to continue for you now to come back.
Yeah, that's right. I mean, we've seen the Kiwis come out of the blocks on fire and sailing really well, and for us it's time to lift our game to match that and get some wins on the board.
Alrighty.
Thanks, Nick.
Hey Ben, quickly, what